Hey folks, it's Brad LeDrew here at Western GM in Drumheller, Alberta, Canada, and today we're looking at a 2019 Chevrolet Colorado. Now the Colorado is available in a couple different trims. WT is your work truck, LT, or a Z71. I say that for Americans. And of course you can get the complete off-road and ready unit, which is the ZR2. All these trucks are available in either an extended cab, so that would give you a box length of 74 inches, or a crew cab. Now the crew cab is available in a short box, which is 62 inches, or a long box, which is 74 inches, okay? Except for the ZR2. You can only get the ZR2 in an extended cab or a short crew cab. So let's get into it here. So in this happens to be in front of us is a ZR2, or like I said, is the Z71 model, and you can get this in a 2.8 liter inline 4-cylinder turbo diesel, Duramax diesel, which is 181 horsepower, 370 foot-pounds of torque. And if you were driving the V6 like this one, you're looking at 308 horsepower and 270 foot-pounds of torque. Okay. Now getting on down here, you can see we got some nice Wrangler tires, a really nice rim. Looking in under, you see we've got the felt lining, Kevlar back, so you don't get the pinging and panging when you're driving on the highway. You get onto some gravel roads. Looking down low here, you can see you've got this rubberized coating right here, and this goes all the way across here. You can see from the factory we've got this 3M, so you can see my fingernail line here. And that goes all the way up to here. Because again, GM knows that there's going to be rock chips that'll happen here. Same thing with this rubber grommet. They put this plastic grommet here, again, to save with the edge line of your vehicle. And right back here, you've got this piece of plastic here that helps channel the air. So again, you're not getting spray and gravel up in the back. Looking through the back here, you can see this has got the Z71 package, which is standard on the Z71. If you were looking at an LT, you can get the optional Z71 off-road package, which adds things like your badging inside, gas charge shock, so a better shock, and skid plates and under for your transfer case, and you also get hill descent control. Now looking in the back here, so you can see down here, we've got our 4-pin and our 7-pin wiring. We've got the sonar rear park assist sensors as well, which is your beep, 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 beep sensors. And you can see you've got your dead center mounted backup camera right here. Lockable tailgate manually with the key or with the key fob as well. And depending on if you're running the diesel, you would be able to tow 7,700 pounds, and you would have 1,480 liters, or sorry, 1,480 pounds of payload in this back box. If you're looking at the V6 model, you're looking at 7,000 pounds and 1,550 pounds of payload. So you can take a look inside. This is the short crew. So again, this is going to be 62 inches of box inside here. And you've got some heavy duty tie down hooks that are fixed like this one here. They'll hold up to 300 pounds on each corner. You can see you've got, actually you point on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on each side. And 3, 1, 2, 3 up in the corner. And those are your optional tie-down hooks. So again, for the different accessories we have, you know that this truck has the factory spray and liner because of the Chevrolet logo right there as well. And it's one thing to keep in mind, whenever you're towing, whenever you're trailing, whenever we talk about any of this stuff, a pound in is a pound out. So right now, this is a V6 model that we have here, okay? So because this has the factory spray and liner, this has probably got about 120, 150 pounds of spray liner on it. So instead of this having your normal 1,550 pounds of payload, we're going to subtract about 150 pounds off of that. So now this truck's got 1,400 pounds of payload back here, which is still tons of payload. Now, let's say we add boards and push bars and all that sort of stuff, then all that stuff takes away from your payload because you're adding weight to the vehicle, which means that's less weight you can have sitting back here. With these, again, with the Z71 package, the off-road package, you're not going to have this suspension like squat down like the trucks of old and it'll be running here. Your truck's only going to squat down a few inches with these leaf springs, these high-quality gas-powered shocks. So you'll feel like you can tow a lot more than what you really, or I should say haul, a lot more than what you really should. And the same thing when you're trailering, if you've got a 7,000 pounds trailer behind you because you got the V6, or maybe you got 7,700 pounds behind you because you got the diesel, if you see this ass end of your truck squat right down, that means that you got too much weight on that back hitch. And if you got too much weight in that back hitch, you're going to have your trailer, the tail wagging the dog, as they say, and you don't want that to happen. You don't want to be going down the highway and you have your ass of your truck sitting down there. You want your truck nice and level. So that's something else to keep in mind. If we had the Duramax diesel on this one here, you would see a blue cap here for your DEF fluid right here. Capless fuel door in both the diesel or, like this one, the gasoline. Back seat here has got plenty of room. If you got some little ones, you've got some, you can see right here, your anchors on both sides. You can see you've got nice center console armrest here. You've got a couple USB ports and an old auxiliary power adapter as well. And I like this little thoughtfulness from GM. You can just touch this button here and you can fold down these. So if you don't have people in the back seat, gives you a little more visibility out the rear view window. You can see here we've got on the ZR or the Z71, like this edition is, you've got the power, or the power, the manual, the muscle power sliding rear window. So moving on inside here, let's go to the driver's side door here. A lot of these you can get with what's a cocoa dune interior, plain jet black interior, or like this one, this is your jet black dark ash. That dark ash gives you this little bit of dark gray accenting here, and you can also see that on that center console. Instead of it being just a flat black or jet black like this, you've got a little bit of gray accenting. Looks really, really nice. You can see because this is the Z71, you've got this nice carbon fiber on the door as well, as opposed to being a faux wood. And again, this is a nice, you know, soft touch material, very rugged as well. Moving on inside, before I sit down, you can see we've got our trailer brake controller here. So again, if you're trailering, you want to get on a flat surface, you want to put your vehicle into drive, and you want to squeeze this together, or you want to push your plus or your minus, and you want to add some of that, can we see that here? Yeah, we go, some gain, so that you can start to feel your trailer starting to hold, and then you want to back it off, say 2. So two pushes, which would be 0.5. Each time you press it. So say back it off by 1, and that way when you're applying your brakes, everything's going to be copacetic with your trailer brake in the back of your trailer, assuming it has trailer brakes, mind you. Now you've got automatic headlights here, and pushing it in enables your fog lights. Okay, and over here we've got our transfer case. If we had the off-road ZR2 craziness, you'd have your lockers, and you could lock it, your front locker, lock your rear locker. But again, this is amazing. When you look at this versus our competitors, we've got 2 high, auto 4x4, 4 high, 4 low. Okay, but what's incredible about this truck, stick my camera in under here, is that rear end back here is got a G80 Eaton's auto locking rear differential, and all of our competitors, including the new Ford, has an electronic one. Okay, so that means you've got to pull out on a dial as you're driving along. Say you're in the mud, you're trying to get through, and you're bouncing around off-road. You're not going to be able to grab a knob and pull out and twist for it to go into your electronic locking rear differential. This one here is not electronic, it's automatic. So when this wheel spins, okay, it'll lock both wheels and they both turn simultaneously. And that's whether it's in 2-wheel drive or if you've got it in, say, auto 4x4 or 4 high, okay? Pretty neat stuff. We tell our customers around here that if you are, say, driving on gravel roads, even a little bit of snow, sandy roads, leave it in auto. That engages your front differential to give you the best possible fuel economy, or sorry, your best possible traction when it spins or slips. If you're driving off-road in mud, or say it's a really bad snowstorm outside, or there's a lot of ice and snow on the roads, that's when you drive into 4 high. You don't want to drive in 4 high on dry asphalt. It's going to be too hard on your differentials, okay? Otherwise, if you're just driving on the highway and it's nice and sunny outside like it is here in beautiful Alberta, Canada, just leaving 2 high. And again, that auto-locking rear differential will automatically lock if it spins anyways. So you're going to have enhanced traction over the other guys. Now, again, this is the Z71, I had said before, the Z71. And some of the things you get is your 10-way power driver's seat. You get a 6-way power passenger seat. You've got the heated steering wheel. You've got your heated, you can see back and bum in 3 levels, or just your back. Okay. You can see right here we got our trailer button, so when we push this, so again, when you're hooked up to the trailer, you want to have that button on so it locks out a couple of your gears in your transmission. Okay. Traction control, stability control button here. If we hold this button, you'll see traction control comes on first. And now your StabiliTrak is off. So again, if you're in some really crazy off-road situation, you want to have your traction control and your StabiliTrak system turned off, because what happens all modern vehicles is when a modern vehicle slides left or right, the vehicle thinks, oh man, we're going to flip over, we're going to roll, and it cuts engine power. You can put your foot right to the floor, it won't do anything for you. So that's one of the things, if you're off-roading and having fun, you want to turn off both the traction and then you hold it for another 5 to 6 seconds, and then your StabiliTrak turns off. Now when you turn off your truck and restart it, that'll be off, or if you just push it once and it'll all be back to normal. You can see right here we got our box light, we've got our hill descent control, which also comes with the optional Z71 package on the LT, but again it's standard on this Z71. And that's your sonar sensors. You can have them enabled or you can disable them there as well. You can see we've got automatic climate control, but it's not dual zone, it's single zone climate control, which is still great. You can see here on our key fob, of course, whoops, we've got remote start as well. And again, you're going to spend a lot of time in the truck. You've got a great audio system in this. You've got a really nice infotainment system that everybody likes, a really nice display here. Again, just a refinement from the previous generation, a new update for 2019. You can see the split screen here. Touch audio, 99.5, hit home here or hit home down here. Okay, you can see how quick and how easy this is to use, how intuitive it is. Touch the camera. You can see really nice backup camera here as well. High definition display. And again, you've got your Android Auto and your Apple CarPlay. So again, if you plug it in via USB, then this would mirror, or this would look like your phone on this GM system instead of right now, which is a great looking GM system. So of course you've got 4G LTE Wi-Fi. We've had that in almost every single vehicle GM makes since 2014. A lot of competitors only have it in their top end trims only. You can have multiple phones paired, multiple iPads connected, you know, as you're driving down the road. Use this vehicle as a Wi-Fi hotspot in a parking lot or at the business site. You can see your outside temperature sensor. You can also see the time, and you can see we got OnStar right here on the vehicle. So again, if you ever needed help, just push the blue OnStar button and you've got help. But that's kind of my quick overview of this truck. Again, you can drive, let's look at this, zoom in a little bit here, sorry. You can also drive this into manual mode. So when you go down to L, down here, now you can drive this with the plus and minus, and you'll see right up here, you can see that'll change as well. So let's say if you're not wanting to spin the wheels, that sort of stuff, you put it in the second gear instead of first. Or let's say you want to use it for gearing down because you're trailering and you know it's a really steep hill, maybe it's icy out, and you can use that to use your transmission to help slow you down. So a couple little extras there as well. But really hope you guys come on down to Western GM and check out this Chevrolet Colorado. It's a fantastic vehicle. Again, very quiet, very efficient, and you know, very affordable. We got 0.99% financing for long term on these trucks, and also some very good discounts on them as well. But there you go. Thank you so much for your time today. Again, it's Brad at Western and Drumheller, another one take shoot.